Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back your lovely faces to a brand new video here on the channel. We are going into part 3 now of the Ezra Miller Vanity Fair expose article. Like we said in the first two, there was a lot of big things happening. With this one, there's a few things that it does deep dive into a certain thing, but we've already talked about them on the channel in the past. So we're going to jump straight into it. So, if you remember, we saw in the news this year regarding Hawaii and all these other things coming about where Ezra was, they were arrested because of a karaoke incident. Then he broke into the home of someone and stole passports. It's just tons of stuff that has gone on. This is what we have. While Miller was in Hawaii, sources say the actor's divorced parents flew to the island to try to help. Later, Miller showed friends an intensely awkward video that they made of the tearful family reunion. They laughed as they queued it up. He was like, "Isn't this the most effed up stuff you've ever seen?" The source says that Miller has bragged about punishing their father in the wake of the divorce. He was like, "Nobody's ever been treated as badly as I've treated Bob Miller in the past year. I think it's going to make us ultimately much closer in the future." Now, to me, it doesn't scream, "I'm going to treat you very, very badly, and then you're going to be closer to me because of it." That doesn't happen. But again, no, people who do say that sort of thing, they are normally the ones who are the horrible person in a relationship or in a family. They're the ones who think they can get away with literally anything. And up until now, Ezra's kind of proven that, which they have. You know, we've seen things regarding where Ezra, like we're going to look into now actually, Ezra and his entourage, who Ezra now calls family, they went into a home which was a man and his 4 wives and their children, and Ezra was like, "Our families are going to be joined forever together." Ezra bought the man a $2,000 ring, which signified their partnership of the families. But to me, that is just crazy. But with that there, Ezra, the family and everything else, this is what we got. The source in Hawaii asked whether he ever witnessed any altercations involving Miller, cutting to the chase even quicker. Every interaction with Ezra is an altercation. That's just sad to see. But now we're going to move into July of this year. So Anna, she is one of the aforementioned wives of the family, was live streaming via Instagram on Ezra's farm. There she joined Miller. She and others in the strange caravan had been the subject of social media attacks. She wanted to tell her side of the story. "Ezra saved my life. She was stripping and started an OnlyFans to pay bills. Now you'll want to call Ezra a cult leader." That's what she said there. But we've seen so many things recently happening regarding Anna and the children, because with all of this, I do have right here, in early August, after the police were dispatched to the mountain with the order to transfer Anna's children to the state, the actor began working with a publicist specializing in crisis management. That's when they started it there. And when you think of it like that, that's kind of crazy to see. But obviously, we've also seen what we're going to look at now, and this is the following. Though Miller has interfaced with police and at least 3 precincts and an array of arrests, the actor's legal problems, through good luck or good lawyering, have mostly gone poof. Vanity Fair has seen 1 non-disclosure agreement and heard of a handful of others in what 3 sources describe as a whack-a-mole style legal strategy of paying off alleged victims. Miller has declined to comment to that. No charges were given in Iceland. Hawaii, Ezra paid a $500 fine. Other allegations in Hawaii, including the breaking into the house, shouting and screaming at the owners, stealing a passport and other legal documents, were all dropped. A source close to the homeowners are the ones that Ezra broke into. They have warned Vanity Fair, "Do not poke a hornet's nest because one stung a few people." To me, that is a good saying, but it's also quite, well, you're saying this now, and that's kind of a threat. It's almost like you expect people now, like you're fans of Ezra's, to come after people, which I could see that happening. I really can. But with this, though, This is a huge expose, and it hasn't just been written willy-nilly over the course of a weekend. This has been going on for quite some time, and as you can see, it's got all the documentation, it's got all this stuff that's happened literally since late 2019, early 2020, when all of this was going on. The Iceland trip, Hawaii this year, stuff that was happening last year. There's so much stuff in this article, and like I said, I really do hope that you go and read it. I have left a link in all the descriptions of these videos because it's huge. The article is a very, very detailed one. Now we are going to look as well, obviously, he did break into someone's house regarding wine and alcohol. So he is scheduled to appear in Vermont court on September the 26th for an arraignment on a felony burglary charge related to the alleged breaking and entering and theft of alcohol. Miller's representative has said the actor was cooking with their mother, needed rice wine, grabbed that and another bottle of wine from the home of a close childhood friend. The rep says Miller did not realize that the friend didn't want to be friends anymore. Now again, with that one, I can actually see that being true, because if I saw my friend and I saw all this stuff that was going on, and I'd be like, I wouldn't want to be, I don't be friends anymore. I'd be like, you need to get help. I would. I'd be there going, we need to get you help, mate. You need to be seen to. You need to work through this and get the help that you need. But with his childhood friend, and again, we've seen things in this article, which we've gone through here on the channel, where there's bang-bangs, bow and arrows, tons of stuff that could potentially make you leave this earth. And this person, Ezra, we don't know what they're doing. You have no idea what's going on in their head. And they could be thinking that they are the new Messiah, which, again, we saw that Ezra had a spiritual leader or whatever following them around. And they said to Ezra, yes, you are the movement. People will join you. You're going to bring about the apocalypse and all this stuff. And that is crazy. To me, that spiritual leader, they should be had up on some charges, because that is messing with people's minds, to be honest with you. With the way that he spoke to Ezra, that could potentially put other people's lives at risk because of what they said to Ezra. There's so many things. But, we just, obviously with Anna and going on, with this, there's nothing there, this is what it is. There's no charges either against the children with Anna and everything else. The actor's not been charged with any crimes relating to Anna's children, despite being concerned. Anna's husband, the one with the 4 wives, still believes in the integrity of the connection he made with Miller and is still wearing the gold lion ring that the actor gave him. But we are going to move on. Now, this is regarding something else. That someone has come out and said that Ezra's done some naughty things, and the actor's rep has dismissed the allegation because saying that Ezra's lack of interest clearly upset a disappointed fan when they would not engage with the fan or her daughter. The local police department confirmed it has an active case involving Miller and the 12-year-old, based on 3 interactions the child had with the actor in April, May, and June of this year. In early August, Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav told investors that he was bullish on The Flash and that the movie would go forward with its 2023 theatrical release. However, The Hollywood Reporter has reported that Warner Brothers had discussed scrapping the film. 4 days later, Miller released their contrite statement about addressing their complex mental health issues. Some friends say that Miller has been so creative with the truth in the past and so cavalier about getting mental health treatment that they have a hard time taking the statement seriously. If he is going through therapy, says one, he's just acting through it. But Miller's spokesperson insists they are taking their therapy and treatment very seriously. Many people hope that's true. And I'm one of those people. I really am. Like I said, I love Ezra as an actor. I think Ezra is a brilliant actor. And they could do some really, really great work. But with all of this, when you're young and you get 2 huge franchises under your belt and you're going to be starring in them, you are going to go straight to your head. Look at Daniel Radcliffe. When he got cast as Harry Potter, by the time he was like 18 or 19, he was going into AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, and all this kind of stuff because of it. It just drives you to it. and obviously all the money and everything else. But I do have one thing I got by here, which I do want to read out before we finish the video, because additional reporting was by Anthony Brezankian and Savannah Walsh. Like I say, the article is, absolutely amazing. But as the story went to press, Vanity Fair exchanged messages with Miller's former fiancée, Erin, who asked to be identified by her first name and whom the actor was dating when they began playing The Flash in 2016. The Ezra I knew wasn't this or physically this towards anyone. To think back is painful because we had a deep love and he was good to me, but she does remember darkness after the breakup. For years, he convinced me and all our friends that I was horrible, but looking back, I would be called out his disrespect and he wouldn't take responsibility and just call me all the bad things because of my reaction. I could have handled it better. I didn't know how the term gaslight back then, didn't know gaslighting. I was emotionally messed up for years. She says that Miller broke up with her after hiring a spiritual advisor who told the actor that she was a parasite. And with that there, obviously the spiritual advisor is the person that we've just been talking about, the one who told Ezra that they are the new Messiah and they're going to be bringing about the apocalypse. Yeah, that just goes to show how much this man has ruined Ezra mentally as well. Because to be honest with you, if this is going back to 2016, 2017, and this guy's been with Ezra as their spiritual leader or mentor, they've got a lot to answer for. But ladies and gentlemen, if you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for future updates, and I'll see each and every one of you soon.